If you wanna be a love, baby, you got to love me too. Hello, everyone. I'm C4, and welcome back to the top 3,000 albums of all time. We're still in the year 1956, and we're here with album number 133 on our list. This is the highest ranking album so far. And who is it? Maybe you could guess. It's the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. At least remember when we looked at Fats Domino, Elvis actually called him the king of rock and roll, but so be it. The title of this album is Elvis Presley. So I'm not sure if we're just in the age where people name albums after themselves or if that's still done. I can't think of many sort of modern albums. Is Fiona Apple's first album named Fiona Apple? I don't know. I don't know. But we'll find out. The genre here is rock and roll. The label is RCA Records, and this was released in March the 23rd, specifically, of 1956. So here's our guy. Very early photo of him. This is a few years. This is like 1954, something like that. He has a slight lip curl. I tried to do it for the thumbnail. I tried a lot. It looks like an evil sneer when I do it. I can't keep my eyebrows from looking evil. So I won't try it anymore. But you can see it's starting to develop, I think, a little bit in this photo. This is the album cover. This is his first studio album, so we're getting fresh Elvis. The album cover here is fire, I think. This is a great album cover. As soon as I saw it, I said, it feels like an 80s punk album to me. In the colors, 80s had a lot of the day glow colors, the pink and the green there, but so did the 50s. And so at first I thought maybe it's just because in the 80s they loved the 50s. There was a huge throwback to the 50s and the 80s. I've only just begun to realize. It took me a second to figure out why this made me think of the 80s, but if you're a big punk fan, maybe you got it sooner than I did, because we can see the cover of the album London Calling by The Clash is a facsimile of this. So great contrast, right? I can see what they're doing here, going for the homespun hero to the punk, chaos of the 80s here. So very good contrast. Back to this album. It's okay. Not the best recording quality. The last time we heard Frank Sinatra, I thought that sounded really good. This sounds not like the best quality. Maybe it's just RCA. The vocals seem very echoey, so I don't know if it was, mic'd sort of in a large studio. I mean, it's not bad. It just seems like it's recorded with more like with a handheld recorder, something like that, than as was done the big band sound of the Frank Sinatra album we listened to last time, for example. I can see why Elvis is different. He's not crooning like Frank Sinatra. He sings with this staccato, this like stutter, right? He adds syllables in. He says like instead of baby, he'll say baby, like add extra syllables. So that's interesting. On this album, we have the tracks Blue Suede Shoes, of course, one of his big hits. Don't step on his blue suede shoes. I had a pair of suede shoes, and they get dirty incredibly easily. On this album, there is also the song I Got a Woman, which I recognize the Ray Charles version. And the Ray Charles version was released in 1954. And of course, that was later sampled on a Kanye West song, I believe, right? Not the Elvis version, but the Ray Charles version. But okay, he covers I Got a Woman. He also covers Tutti Frutti, which is more famously from Little Richard, who wrote and recorded it in 1955. So just at the end of the year before this, actually. So, not bad. I think we have another Elvis album coming up this same year. So we'll see what happens. So check out the album below and comment, like, and subscribe. And I know my audio might not be the best. I thought I tweaked it, but it still sounds not very good when I listen to the videos back. So if you have any suggestions on the audio, please let me know in the comments. See you tomorrow.